InTheRingBoxing.com.
So basically it's a combination of the networks, you know, basically not showcasing you guys, and also just people listening to what's being said about the cruiserweight division, even though there's no truth behind it. That's pretty much what you're saying, right?
Yeah, man. It's just, listen, the American fans, or any fans, they only know, and I get this all the time, they only know what they see on television. If you're not fighting on HBO, Showtime, or ESPN, especially Showtime and HBO, they don't know you. You know, I had many people come, you know, hey, this is Steve versus Cunningham, two-time champ, two-time cruiserweight champ, and they'll be like, what weight class? What are you, welterweight? You know, you know, what? I mean, man, if I had $5 every time somebody said, what are you, a welterweight? If I had money, $5 every time somebody said that, I'd be able to put a down payment on the car. But I'm like, wow. Only thing they only know welterweight, heavyweight, and light heavyweight. That's it, because that's what's been showcased on these channels. You know, oh, are you going to fight Floyd Mayweather? I'm like, man, I'm like two of Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So the fans, they only know what they see on television. Yeah. And the diehard fans here in America that I have, you know, they've seen me fight Adamic on Virgil. Well, a lot of people seen that fight, which basically gave me a good fan base in America. But it's not as big an audience as HBO and Showtime would have been. But a lot of diehard fans, you know, they follow me. You know, they get links from overseas and they watch them. You know, they've been reading up on me, so they've seen the work we put in, the work we're putting in. So I get respect from diehard fans who know boxing. But the average fan, who is the majority, man, they don't know what the cruiserweight division even looks like, you know? So it's the networks. The networks need to, and then I see them trying to do it with Latif KO, you know? I'm happy for the brother because he's getting some time, and he's a cruiserweight, and I know he's a Christian. So I'm real happy for the dude, you know? But truthfully, he's getting that burn on Showtime because he's trained by Freddie Roach. So get it any way you can get it, and hopefully he can make a name for himself, and he can help plateau cruiserweight here in America. But in Europe, man, it's a different world over there, man. We just went to, now listen to this. Listen, me and my wife were scratching our heads. We just went to the Hug fight in, where was it again? In Halle, Germany. We just went to the Hug fight there. You had Samuel Peter fighting Robert Helenius, okay? Mm-hmm. That's who fought the main event. Not the heavyweights, the cruiserweights were the main event. And the heavyweights were basically buried on the undercard. They weren't even co-main event. Before the season even started, they got the delayed play, you know, and truthfully, they only got that because Helenius looked good and he got the knockout. They wouldn't even been on the air if it wasn't a knockout. See what I'm saying? The cruiserweight was main event. That won't happen in America over heavyweight, especially a former world champion. That will not ever happen in America. So that's what I'm saying about Europe. It's a different world. Man, listen, they're doing boxing over there like we did in the 80s here. You know, it's a big event. It's promoted. Yeah, it's on regular television, and the promoters promote their fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, man, listen, I'm happy. I'm happy.
All right, champ. Well, another former opponent of yours, Tomas Adamic, moved up to heavyweight. He seems to be holding his own up there. Do you see the heavyweight division as a possibility for you?
Yes, indeed. We totally do, man. You know, there's some things I want to do here in cruiserweight, man. But heavyweight, I mean, man, what cruiserweight? I'm 6'3". You know, I walk around at 198 pounds. You know, I'm cut up. I know I can probably do the Evander thing and put on some muscle. Get the proper guy, the proper trainer to help me put on at least another 10 solid pounds of muscle, and so I can keep my speed and movement. I wouldn't want to go over 215, but I mean, I know I can hold the weight. Adamic did a great job, you know. He did a very good job. I was surprised at, no, I'm not really surprised. Main events have a great business mind, you know. Main events and Adamic is the Polish promoter. I mean, only dangerous fight he really fought at heavyweight, and I'm gonna be real, you know, I'm not hating. You know, the dude did his thing, doing his thing, but let's be real. only dangerous fight he fought was Areola, you know, and Areola, he's not in the best of shape. Adamic did what he's supposed to do. He boxed him very intelligently, and he won the decision. He fought Michael Grant, come on. Grant act like he didn't want to throw the right hand. He did it once. He wobbled Adamic. Who else did he fight? Come on, Vinny Montalone. Andrew Galata. I mean, these are dudes that sparring. I mean, not to disrespect these dudes. They've done their thing. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but truth is truth. These dudes shouldn't even be sparring this guy. But like I said, boxing is a business to the promoters. To the fighters, is a way of life. Yeah. So to be in the business first, you gotta go with promoters. And they did a great thing. They took them the easiest route to get to the heavyweight title. You can't. Exactly, and it's paid off. I know Adam's about to make over $2 million for this. I'm sure he is, because he's got the seats in Poland. It's a huge venue, and that's great. That's awesome. They did a great thing with Adam and moving him properly, and that's good promotion right there. I tell you the truth, man. They've done a great job with Adam and getting him a shot at the title, at the heavyweight title. So, man, I hope he does. I hope he does his thing.
All right, champ. I've been asking every fighter that I speak to. May 7th, Pacquiao Mosley. Who's gonna win that fight?
Man, my trainer is Nazim Richardson, so I gotta go with Shane, man. But listen, don't get me wrong, Manny Pacquiao is a beast. He's a killer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If he was a cruiserweight, I mean, I would love to make that fight just because he'd be the dude, you know what I mean? But knowing I got to put in some super duper hard working camp in order to contend with this guy. So Manny is a monster, man. He's great. He's done some things. He's keeping life in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's keeping life in boxing to an extent. He's the Mike Tyson of our day now. So he's doing his thing, man. But I just got faith in Nazim and Shane. I got faith in Shane because we know Shane Mosley is a very strong, powerful. He's got speed. When he's right, he can knock you out when he's on point. And with a game plan from Nazim, man, Nazim's like a mad scientist, man. He's looking at tapes. He's looking at your tapes. Why are you wrong? This is what he can do to you. He's analyzing the whole situation. So my thing is, if Shane sticks to the game plan, Shane can beat Manny. And he will surprise a lot of people. I'm not just saying that because, I am just saying that because I'm part of the team, because I know what Nas is putting into Shane, and we all know what Shane is capable of. Mm-hmm. But he's gotten a lot of flack from, the Sergio Mora fight. People got to realize Sergio Mora's nickname is the Snake.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to get hit. He's about 6'2", 6'1.5", and he fights like he's 5'2". He's all on the inside. And his name's the Snake, so that's going to be an ugly fight. I don't care. Show me a fight he's fought and it's been pretty, So, then you got Floyd Mayweather. Come on now. I knew the game plan because I was in camp with him. And as soon as Shane hit this guy and saw he could knock Mayweather out, or if he hit him with another one, he wobbled him twice. The game plan went out the window. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's a downfall. With a lot of punchers, with most punchers, if they hit you and they crack you, game plan out the window. I'm gonna crack them. I can crack them. So, and that's what happened with Shane, man. And then Floyd, to Floyd's credit, I mean, golly, come on. After 3 rounds, you're figured out by Floyd anyway. That's everybody. Mm-hmm. So they can't judge Shane on those 2 fights, but they don't go back to the Margarito fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I still say people are they casting Shane into the fire a little too early, man. I mean, catch him in the fire after the fight, so after you see what he's done,
Yeah. All right, champ. Well, thanks again for being on the show. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans in closing?
Man, just I think all the fans who were praying with us, praying for us, for my daughter and her health, which is great now.
Yes, sir.
Our career is on the man. We're comfortable with our promoter. We're dealing with our promoter about trying to get on Showtime. Either Showtime coming to Germany, or we having a fight here. My promoter does have good relationships over there also, so we'll see. Keep your eyes peeled for USS Cunningham. Thank you.
Okay, fight fans, you just heard the IBF Cruiserweight Champion Steve USS Cunningham speak his word. If you're a hardcore fight fan, then you should be doing your part to support and uplift boxing, and that's as easy as tuning in when the champ fights and pay for these pay-per-view fights. And if it's in your area, you should be going to see these fights live. If you're just a casual fan, then I highly recommend you stop asking Steve if he's a welterweight and tune in to see him fight, because he puts on a good show every time. Anyway, my name is Carlos Cruz from InTheRingBoxing.com, telling you to stay cool and educate yourself. Peace.